わ、超楽しみ、これ大好き。We're going?
後でさ、これタイトルをどうつけたらいいか教えて。
The title, let's just say, the 13 common points of self-actualizers. わ、超楽しみ、これ大好き。We're going?
後でさ、これタイトルをどうつけたらいいか教えて。
The title, let's just say, the 13 common points of self-actualizers.
Do you are original?
No. This is from Wikipedia.
Okay.
And I'm sure, it's from Wikipedia, but I'm sure the sources will point us in a very good direction. だからこれ僕の考えではないです。
そう。
No. So this is from Wikipedia. This is if you were to look up self-actualization, you will find the traits of self-actualizers. And so what we figured out is that no matter where a person is from, or their background, whether they're educated or not, whether they're poor or rich, it doesn't really matter. There are sort of 13 points that have been identified of people who are said to have reached self-actualization. 自己実現、日本語で。And I think that this is quite a leap. This is quite a leap, but I feel that these 13 points are very similar to how an enlightened mind is described in Buddhism. I'm sure there's some people laughing right now, but I want to let me give it a shot here. Here we go. Okay, so the 13 points of self-actualizers. Point 1, we're going to call this efficient perceptions of reality. Wow! Isn't that a big idea? So it says here that self-actualizers are able to judge situations correctly and honestly. They're very sensitive to the fake and dishonest, and are free to see reality as it is. Now, I'm sure that everyone thinks that they do this, but I feel the majority of people are hiding from one part of reality, or they're unable to admit both outer and inner realities. They're unable to admit things about both themselves and how they feel about the world. And if you approach certain topics with people, they'll quickly shun those ideas because they are afraid to think about them. But the thing is, that's reality, for example. Sensitive to the fake and dishonest. Talking about like Instagram, for example. The goal of people on Instagram is to show that their life is better than yours, I feel. Or, look how fun my life is. That's not reality. That's your version of reality. There's only one reality, I think. But what a claim. But I think those that have reached self-actualization can quickly see that it's a farce. You're not as happy as you say that you are. And to not admit that is a failure in esteem. It's a failure in self-esteem, I think. Okay, that's point 1. Point 2. I love this topic so much. Okay, point 2 is the comfortable, I love this, comfortable acceptance of yourself, others, and nature. So, how would I say this? Me, you, and it. All three. Me, you, and it. We're okay with all three. Self-actualizers accept their own human nature with all of its flaws. I have buckets of flaws. The shortcomings of others and the contradictions of the human condition, what a beautiful sentence, are accepted with humor and tolerance. Lots of people have so much stress in their lives. They're so stressed out because they don't want to accept their life. They don't want to accept their life the way it is. They don't want to accept other people's lives the way there is, and they don't want to accept nature the way it is. Nature isn't going to conform to your wants. Other people aren't going to conform to your wants. You can conform to your wants. But we have to realize that we live in a very flawed world. You are flawed. I'm flawed. Nature's flawed. There's nothing you can do about it. So let's laugh. Let's laugh about it, honestly. And let's be comfortable with it. What a beautiful idea. Okay, so to recap, 2 of 13, efficient perceptions of reality and the comfortable acceptance of yourself, of others, and nature. Okay, point 3 is reliance on your own, reliance on your own experiences and judgment. You're independent. You have independent thinking abilities. You're not reliant on the outer environment or what is currently culturally happening in order to form your opinions and views. So this is really, really big, and this is really, really almost contradictory to the way that we are living right now. In a world of fake news and BuzzFeed articles and a lot of what I guess I would call fakery. You have to be able to, you can look at anything. We should be able to look at the opinions of others and definitely weigh them using critical thinking and say, is this a good opinion or not? But to say, Facebook said it, it must be true. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. We need to be able to... Let me make this a challenge. Try to really make an opinion that you've never heard before about the way the world is. Don't accept someone else's opinion. Make yours your own. There's 7.5 billion people on the planet. Let's see if you can make an opinion that no one else has ever had before. Who knows if I have? I don't think a lot of people have, but I think to be able to do it is absolutely gorgeous, and that's one part of self-actualization that we need to recognize. Alright, number 4, spontaneous and natural. I really love this, it's cute. You're true to yourself rather than being how others want you to be. So, let the inner crazy out, but don't let it really, don't let it cause trouble to other people, but really be yourself. And self-actualizers are themselves. I'm really trying to work on this myself. I've been a facade for so many years. And now I feel like, studying this. Yeah, be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Know that you're faking if you're faking. Fake it till you make it. God, is that really true? No, don't fake it till you make it. Be yourself. If you don't like it, you don't like it. What are you going to do about it? Alright, I'm ranting. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. On to number 5, task centering. This is sort of interesting. This is something I'm trying to figure out myself right now. Task centering. Most of Maslow's subjects had a mission to fulfill in life or some task or problem beyond themselves instead of outside themselves. Now I want to talk about what this discrepancy between beyond and outside is and my interpretation of it. Let's see. Beyond versus outside. Like a problem outside of yourself would be your daily work, your daily tasks. That would be something outside of yourself. But think of like a mission in a way. Yes, a mission to fulfill in life or some task or problem beyond themselves. I think of like Mother Teresa, for example, Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr. Those are 3 people who have a very, very clear mission that is way beyond themselves. They really don't matter. Their livelihood doesn't matter. It's the livelihood of something way beyond yourself. I hope I'm not pitting, but I just think that's a wonderful thing. I wonder what my task is. I'd like to find it. I might be getting close. Who knows? Oh God. All right, here we go. Number 6 is autonomy. Oh, I love this one. Self-actualizers are free from reliance on external authorities or other people. They tend to be resourceful and independent. Very similar to spontaneous and natural, point number 4. Autonomy. Resourceful and independent. Really, Rikyu, our conversation earlier about independence in your work. もう本当ぴったりですよ、ここで。Resourceful and independent, yeah. Being able to say, hey, I'm going to do this by myself, and whatever, because I want to do it. oh, I need the permission of all of my friends. I don't want to look uncool. Like that would be not being autonomous. That would be completely reliant on other people. What a beautiful idea, autonomy. Okay, so we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so just to recap, efficient perceptions of reality, the comfortable acceptance of self, others, and nature, reliant on your own experiences and judgment, spontaneous and natural, task centering, a task beyond yourself, and autonomy. All right, this next one, boy, this next one's hard. It's called continued freshness of appreciation. The self-actualizer seems to constantly renew appreciation of life's basic goods. A sunset or a flower will be experienced as intensely, time after time, as it was at first. Let's see if I can do it with this coffee right here. Coffee is very delicious, but you know, it's just coffee. So I'm not here yet. I really think this is really difficult to do. It's an innocence of vision, like that of an artist or a child. But I think that this is something that it's not a switch in your head. This is a gradual, I don't want to say change, a gradual modifying of your conscious programming to enjoy the little things like you did when you were a little kid, right? Look at that big old dinosaur, for example. Being able to bring this out and do that for anything. Yeah, what a beautiful idea. Continued freshness of appreciation. Let's do our best, people. All right. Profound interpersonal relationships is point number 8 right here. I love that. The interpersonal relationships of self-actualizers are marked by deep, loving bonds. So these loose, very almost non-existent friendships we're seeking right now on the web, on the internet, through SNS, that's not what these are. These are true, powerful relationships that you have closely with other people that you meet. I mean, those words, deep, loving bonds. I mean, I wonder how many people with, 2,000 friends, 3,000 friends on Facebook or something like that, how many of those actually have a sliver of love in them? I wonder. Alright, here we go. Oh, this next one is amazing. 次はやばいっすよ。次大好きです。Comfort with solitude. Comfort with solitude. I don't know a lot of people who can really say they absolutely love to be alone, or they can totally be alone with and really be okay with themselves, despite their satisfying relationships with others. Self-actualizing people value solitude and are comfortable being alone. I think this is extremely important. To me, if you can't be alone for a long period of time, there's something going on that really needs to be taken care of in your mind. I think that's about it. Can you be alone? Self-actualizers can. The next one I think is really important, a non-hostile sense of humor. That's kind of related to the earlier comfortable acceptance of self, others, and nature. The ability to laugh at oneself. The ability to say, yeah, I'm a joke. I've done lots of stupid stuff. I've done lots of good stuff. But no matter what, it's funny. And it should be created, it should be taken with humor. For example, I'm 29, but here, let's show the camera. You can see that I'm balding very easily. Rikyu, 見えるよね? 僕はハゲてますね. But, I mean, there are many men who say, 僕はもうハゲてるけどやだ、スカルプ D とか顔. They can't stand that they're going bald. And, I mean, who cares, man? Like, what are you going to do about it? I mean, sure, you can use scalp D to make a little more hair, but it's funny. It's funny. And it should be funny. And why would you ever be hostile about that? I mean, 彼の前でそう言わない方がいいよ。ハゲてるとか絶対言わない方がいいよ。なんで？彼怒っちゃうの？なんで怒るんだ？ごめん、日本語になっちゃったけど。いいじゃん、ハゲても。笑えばいいじゃん。ハゲてるから笑えばいいじゃん。でもこれハゲてるだけじゃなくて、anything can be can be with this. Everyone has flaws. Everyone's screwed up. Laugh about it. It's funny. It's funny that we're all... Rikyu, can I use bad words? 悪い言葉使っていい? Really? We're all fucked up. We're all fucked. So we should just enjoy it. We should just enjoy it. Oh, I love it. 泣きそう. Okay. Ooh, this next one. This next one's really tough. They're called peak experiences. I had this conversation with myself a lot. Have I had a peak experience? I think I have, but based on how they're worded, they almost seem magical. But all of Maslow's subjects reported the frequent occurrence of peak experiences, which are temporary moments of self-actualization. So this is sort of the idea that even if it's going to be hard to stay at the top all the time. Self-actualization, that's at the very, very tippy top. And if you're hungry, you're going to start going back down the hierarchy of needs. You got to take care of that, and then you can go back up. So these brief moments of hitting that tippy top, temporary moments of self-actualization, these occasions are marked by feelings of ecstasy, harmony, and deep meaning. Self-actualizers reported feeling at one with the universe, stronger and calmer than ever before, filled with light, beauty, goodness, and so forth. What a fucking sentence. Let's do that one more time. All of Maslow's subjects reported the frequent occurrence of peak experiences. That's actually hyperlinked. So there's probably a Wikipedia article on peak experiences, which is probably cited by many scientifically backed sources. These occasions are marked by feelings of ecstasy, harmony, and deep meaning. Self-actualizers report feeling at one with the universe, stronger and calmer than ever before, filled with light, beauty, goodness, and so forth. Wow. Wow. Who wouldn't want that in their life? But it really is, it almost seems like fantasy to me. It almost seems like fantasy, but hell, I know what I'm going for. I know what I'm going for in life. I want to have some peak experiences of my own. And I think you guys should too. So one thing is, sorry, no, I'm thinking very deeply about this. I think it's such a gorgeous idea. Okay, we have two more, and we'll do a quick little review after I'm done. Socially compassionate, which I'm sure we can almost infer from all of the previous points. But yeah, possessing humanity. There's another system, another psychological system called, that psychologist named Erik Erikson made. Erik Erikson, what a fun name. The eight stages, Erikson's 8 stages of psychosocial development. Riku, 聞いたことある？エリクソン博士の 8 stages of psychosocial development って聞いたことある？
エリクソン？いや、聞いたことある。
次のビデオは僕はやらせてください。これ超面白いよ。Stage 5、約29から40までは、we have a big problem in ourselves. It's the problem of love. It's the problem of love. It's called intimacy versus isolation. And every single human has to go through this in around this age. Really, can we love? Can we love the world? And it's not just, erotic love or intimate love with a partner, but friends, family, all versions of love. Platonic, familial, to society. Can you love other people or not? And I really think we have to ask this to ourselves. Do we love humans? Do I love humans or not? And I think it's very easy to say no. It's very, very easy to get jaded, especially in today's world, and say, no, I don't love humans. And there's one thing I kind of want to talk about recently. A lot of the mass shootings that have been happening around the world are by people my age. They're males in their upper 20s, 28, 29, 30, usually. And that says something. That says something really important. And what I think it is that they are failing they're entering the isolation. It's what intimacy versus isolation. They're going into isolation. They realize I'm alone in this world. I hate it, so I might as well take some people with me. Woo, that's tough. So if you can get that intimacy part down, I mean, you're set. You'll get humanity. Humanity を手に入れるんだ。人間を大好きなようになれる。That's a beautiful, beautiful idea. So really, socially compassionate, possessing humanity, getting intimacy instead of feeling isolated. And here we go. Point 13, I think, is the most, almost controversial, or the most, counterintuitive. And it's few friends. 友達が少ない方が自己実現に合ってるらしい。That's just amazing. That's just so beautiful. Few close, intimate friends rather than many superficial relationships. And again, let's think about what direction SNS is pointing us in. The point of SNS is to get as many friends as you possibly can. Get those likes up. I mean, hell, I've been using Instagram recently, and I get that dopamine burst when another person likes my stuff. It feels good. It does feel good when you know that someone has looked at your stuff, but you think, oh, I've actually never talked to this person in my life. I've never actually met this person, but they like my post, so I get some dopamine. That's an illusion. That's not real happiness, and that should be recognized. It doesn't mean you can't have it. It doesn't mean that dopamine's bad for you, but you shouldn't get addicted to it, because that's not intimate. That's not an intimate friendship. That's superficial, which doesn't mean it shouldn't exist, but we need to be able to recognize that both exist, and this superficial stuff can't make up for what a real intimate relationship can offer. So few friends, few close intimate friends rather than many superficial relationships. Think about how many people, think about how good it feels to say, oh, I have so many friends. Oh, I have tons of friends. Is it really that good of a thing? Is it really that good of a thing? That's something to think about. Okay, so let me go over these 13 points. I'm sorry, I've talked your head off. If you actually watched all of this, I love you. Thank you so much. Efficient perceptions of reality, looking at reality as it is. 現実逃避はしない。日本語にしたら、現実逃避はしない。Comfortable acceptance of self, others, and nature. もう本当に me と you と it は全部平気だ。I don't need to be angry. I don't need to be uncomfortable with being myself. You are fine being you. Nature is fine being nature. I'm fine being me with all of my flaws. Reliant on your own experiences and judgment. Being spontaneous and natural. You be you. You do you, as we say in America right now. Task centering. On a task not outside of yourself, but beyond yourself. And I feel that the difference here is that outside is right now, while beyond is forever. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, outside is right now, beyond is forever. Beyond is not related to time, while outside maybe is related to the flow of time. I sound crazy. Autonomy, so being able to move on your own. Continued freshness and appreciation, so the innocence of vision, which is something I personally really want to work on. Profound interpersonal relationships. Comfort with solitude, that's a really important one. Non-hostile sense of humor, the ability to laugh at yourself. These peak experiences, which I mentioned, which is, let me just do it one more time, I'm so sorry. The occasions are marked by feelings of ecstasy, harmony, deep meaning. Self-actualizers reported feeling at one with the universe, stronger and calmer than ever before, filled with light, beauty, goodness, and so forth. So forth, fill in your own words, but you get the point. Socially compassionate, possessing humanity. Can you love humans or not? Hope you can. And having relatively few friends. And those bonds are very close and very intimate instead of being superficial. Thank you Thank you very much for listening. I am, if you もう本当ここまで聞いてくれたらすげえもう大好きです。本当に聞いてくれてありがとうございます。僕の大好きな話題です。これは幸せになる方法の一つだと思います。これをちゃんと把握すれば。自己実現は簡単じゃない。簡単じゃない。人は esteem でよく止めます。Love and belonging はもう友達とか家族がいれば Love and belonging は達成できるのかもしれないけど Esteem ね、その4個目で人は止める。なんでかっていうと、自分の esteem より他の人から、let me get into this a little bit more. The differences between sorry, this isn't self-actualization, but this is number 4, esteem needs. I believe the biggest problem right now in our world is with this stage 4. I am pitting, excuse me. How disgusting. Esteem needs are divided into self-esteem, which is on top, so it's relatively more important and closer to self-actualization than what is below that, which would be esteem from other people. And I believe that in the world right now, it's switched. People are valuing the esteem from others more than from themselves. More than for themselves. So who cares? Who fucking cares if I love myself? I need those likes. I need others to like me. That's a mistake. A mistake, honestly. That's not a correct, that is a flawed way of thinking, and it will not make you happy. It's going to make you stressed. It's going to make you mentally broken. It's all about you, baby. Okay. I'm tired. 疲れちゃった。
フィッシュ。
おや、終わり。
終
わった。ありがとうございます。超楽しかった。これもアップしてください。
ほとんど編集なしでアップしよう
か。だよね。でも
わかんないもんね。どこで聞いたらいいか。
I think just もう流れだけでいいと思う。But I mean you can see I'm sweating. ちゃんと汗出てますので。すみませんでした。気持ち悪いやつなんで。